Hey, this is Jack from Alphacharts with a state of the market video. Today is July 27th, 2024. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security. Now, I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. All right, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. That is some quick announcement. I'm also on Twitter or X at Alphacharts365. If you haven't done so, please follow me there as well. Also, I have a subscriber group. It's $10 a month. Super detailed as far as the information you get. You get market reviews, the extra videos, focus lists, midweek videos, market scans every single night, annotated charts with setups of where I think good buy and sell points would be. I don't ever tell you to buy or sell. That's going to be your choice always. Just where I would manage risk. All right. If you're working full time or new to the markets, this is a great subscription for you. It's only $10 a month, and you get all of this detail just to kind of help you along your journey. Go to Alphacharts365, click subscribe, and you'll be in. Okay, let's get to these charts. Starting with the SPY. So subscribers, I got cautious. I believe it was in here on this day. I don't know if it was this day or this day. But anyway, we're cautious on the market, and I think that I'm still cautious on the market, right? According to these charts at least, because we did hold the 50. I think that's a really positive sign. But no, we're not out of the, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. We haven't made a higher high. We're still making lower highs and lower lows. And so I think we should be, as Brian Shannon says, it's the market is guilty until proven innocent. If we make, come up to 548-ish and then we roll over, that would be a problem, right? 1, 2, 3, deep few wants a reset. There we go. If you notice on Friday as well, we had, a lot of people were excited for this day, up 1.12. I saw, people on FinTwit all of a sudden, getting that little bit of FOMO, thinking that this was the bottom. It's definitely a bottom. I don't know if it's the bottom. And again, notice how there is lower volume coming into this day as well. Maybe everyone was watching the terrible Olympics opening ceremonies. I don't know, but definitely lower volume. So not a lot of enthusiasm. Now, what does look good is the RSP looks better, right? I'm not saying this is out of the woods yet either, because I think it's got to get above this high. I need one more high here to make me happy. So above, 170, 30-ish or so. But overall, that is, starting to look very constructive. And the big difference between SPY on the 50 versus RSP above the 9, right? Very different looking charts there. Kind of like the way this looks actually overall. If you can get one more push higher here, that'd be good. Again, talks about a rotational market. Qs under the 50 and moving averages are starting to cross lower. It's very, ugly look. You see, again, the lower volume push higher here. Inside day, not a lot for me, even though it was up 1%, to really, be too excited about. There's a chance that we're going to get down to this 450-ish area. Maybe one more little push or something. And looking at the Qs, equal weighted. Again, false breakout look to it. It lost 90. And again, we're having these flat 50-day low moving averages are getting lower. Not a lot to write home about there either. Again, it was only at 0.86. I don't really care so much about the volume either. Yeah, not a great look, right? And even this 50-day is still rising, but it looks like it wants to start to flatten. 50 is right there. It'll be here soon after Monday. So you see how it's not a great look. All right, look at mid caps. Mid caps look good, right? It's doing what I wanted like RSP to do, right? It made a new higher high compared to the day prior. I think that's a positive. Above all the moving averages, that's a positive. 50-day is flattish. I get it. But overall, it's holding up really well. So I like the mid caps, right? So again, we're seeing a divergence from cap weighted to equal weighted and from mega caps to small mid caps. Looking at small caps, again, 1.69 up, which was a nice up day. Volume was again slightly lower, but nothing crazy. And it made that higher high that we're looking for compared to the day before, and really all these um, wicks right there. And I think it's a constructive, a little bit indecision candle. I think it's constructive because it made a higher high. That's it. Again, small mid caps, equal weighted, which is usually favors the smaller names. At least puts them on even footing. It's looking good. Again, this is a big up. There's your consolidation. Again, a little bit loose in this consolidation, but moving averages are starting to catch up. And yeah, it's doing okay. Looking at financials. Financials, again, a rotational market. Came back, kind of retested the breakout, and had a very nice day on Friday. Again, lower volume, but nice day. And, as long as it's above 42.50-ish or so, I think the financials are looking pretty good. And that's a positive sign for the market. I think it means the market's not falling apart, right? The financials are near all-time highs. Semiconductors look a lot like the Qs, right? Came back, kind of retested this general breakout area. We had a bounce, right? Again, not the best bounce, right? Kind of low volume, not very enthusiastic type of bounce. And you're having these moving averages crossing the 50, 50 starting to try to flatten a little bit. Double top look here, right? Measured move from this would be, say 27. Yeah. I mean, technically that it kind of hit the measured move if you call this a double top. So we'll see if things can kind of start to firm up down here. That's interesting. Not doesn't have to firm up here, but that is something to look for. We have an inside day, and the direction that this breaks will be really, really important, I think. Looking at XSD, same looking chart actually. So all semiconductors are looking pretty same. Uh, Definitely a false breakout look to it, which is not good at all. Now you have all the supply that you have to contend with. We'll see what happens there. But again, equal weighted on semiconductors, again, technology type names, not looking as good. Transports, again, so this is moving goods and services throughout our economy, and again, only a point 0.2 inside day. Moving averages really just all in a shambles right here. So yeah, I mean, doesn't not the greatest look to it. Looking at the equal weights, it was up 0.01 on the week. I'm sorry, the day. And again, just a little inside day, nothing crazy, right? Nothing to write home about. Now, did have a great day the day before, so maybe it's just a consolidation day. But you got to see transports at least participating, right? None of these have to really lead the market. I do like when semiconductors lead, but everything else really just participating. Now, home builders, they're doing very well, and that's great. It is a proxy for really a big piece of the economy because so many parts of the economy go into homes, and also for labor, right? And they're at all-time highs, and that's a huge positive. We love to see that. There's different reasons for that, but we don't care. Chart says all-time highs. That's the answer. Um, and that looks great, right? So ITB and XHB both look absolutely fantastic, right? We're gonna go back through and look at the weekly charts, and then I'll give my summation. Starting back with the SPY, and you can see on the week it was down 0.83. RSP, again, there's your divergence, up 0.81. Qs down 2.58. Equal weights were down 1.79. Mid caps, you can see we're up 2%. Small caps, we're up 3.43%. Again, you're seeing the divergence in from the heavyweight, people selling versus people buying and rotating into small mid caps. XLF was up 1.29. You can see semiconductors up down 3. Equal weight semiconductors up down over 2.5. IYT transports were down. Again, don't love that. Even though the equal weights were up, so a little bit of a mixed bag. Housing was up 4, and the other housing was up almost 4.5. So again, you could see the divergence in these charts looking at the weeklies, right? How these cap weighted ones just are not doing well, which is different, right? They were doing great in here. This was going up literally every week almost, right? Now it looks a little different. Again, maybe it's just a 2 or 3 week pullback like it was here. We'll see. We'll see. Um, I'm still cautious. That's the answer. I'm still cautious of the market in general. But I do believe that there are winners and losers in this market, meaning I may not be long SPY itself, but when I'm looking under the surface, there are places that we could be living and doing, reasonably well in this market. So, anyway, if you want more analysis, if you want the internals, if you because I do market internals for subscribers, I do a more in-depth market note video, as well as 2 market notes a week, um, all kinds of other information. So check us out at Alphacharts 365. We'd love to see you there. Have a great week.